Welcome to the Think to Freedom podcast, where we inspire individuals to use their minds to achieve greatness. We sit down with other entrepreneurs and professionals to give insight on business and personal development. This podcast is sponsored by Red Barn Cajun Crawfish. Red Barn is home to the best tasting seafood, specializing in crawfish, shrimp, and crab. Feel free to visit us online at www.redbarncajunCrawfish.com. Red Barn, we season the meat you eat, not the shells you throw at your feet. Yes! Now here's your host,
y'all heard?
Darius Spells.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? We live in the building again today. Think to Freedom podcast with yours truly, Darius Spells, and I have my player partner in the building with me today, Mr. Jamar West. What's going on, brother?
What's going on, bro? What's going on, man? We tapped in for sure.
How you doing today, bro?
Man, bro, I'm doing good. You know, it's a busy Monday, the usual Monday, you know. And you as an entrepreneur, you know how Mondays go for us, man. It's a stressful deal, but it's been good. It's been good.
Yeah, you know man, we live in here. You know, we pre-recording, so by the time this episode come out, you know, it'll probably be another couple of weeks, but
yeah.
But today we giving game about the trucking industry.
Oh, big time,
trucking industry.
That's who I am. Yeah, big time, bro.
Everything in America has to go on a truck.
Everything.
Is that true?
Everything
has to go on a truck.
Everything, you know, and it's honestly, bro, we really don't pay attention to it enough. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like it's just from a respect factor, man. Like how much, you know, goes into our lives that comes off the back of one of those trucks, you know what I mean? That guy that's driving, man, he's like the superhero of America.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just give it to you. You know what I'm saying? Seriously though, man, think about everything you got on right now. You know what I'm saying? These headphones we in, right? I mean, this microphone we talking on. When it came from China, it came off the boat. At the end of the day, once it made it to the dock, you know, it went intermodal, right? This is what they call it, you know what I'm saying, like containers. Mm-hmm. And it went intermodal, but at the same time, it went on an intermodal chassis, which put that truck on the road to deliver it to Best Buy or your Walmart or whatever situation may be. So literally, dog, like it's everything we do, you know, everything we wear, we drive, we eat, it comes out the back of a truck, man.
Ooh, you talking spicy.
Man, I'm just telling you what it is, man. I'm just telling you what it is, bro. And people don't, I just really feel like they don't respect it enough, man. But it's all good.
But they're going to respect it after this episode right here, though, man. So before we jump all the way into it, man, tell the people who you are and what you do, bro.
Man, all right, I'm Jamar, man. I guess you could say I'm a third generation transportation, trucking. Family been in the business for years, you know, from drivers to, just transportation. If you can look at it and think about it, man, I come from a long line of transportation. You know, my background, whether it's supply chain, warehousing, brokering. I mean, I kind of hit just about every facet in the industry, and I'm looking to go further. You know, I've had this company here, RA Transportation, for right about a year and a half, and just like any startup, man, it's been rough. You know what I mean? And but we're striving through it. We're back with about 30 years of experience when it comes to my staff, my drivers. So we have a legitimate, you know, thing going on. I don't like to classify myself as a CEO. I'm just another worker in the business, man. Just trying to make sure it work. Yeah, you feel me? Yeah, for sure.
So, since you just broke down and said you've been been like a family business for a long time. What made you just really want to just jump into the truck out of anything else?
Yeah, man, to give it to you straight, man, I went to college, man, and I was like, you know, I'm gonna say this, growing up, man, I was always on TV, you know what I mean? Like I seen TV, right? And I was like, you know, I would see these guys walking down these steps out these big buildings, holding briefcases, you know, and I was like, man, I want to be that guy. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to do when I get older. Like, I want to be a businessman. You know, not knowing, of course, 6, 7 years old, man, you don't know what a businessman is, right? But I see the image of what I want to do. And so I said, you know what? Them guys probably went to college. So as I got older, I started researching what they do. You know what I'm saying? Sitting in a little house in Ingleside, right? Just researching, like, what's going on, you guys here? So honestly, when I went to college, man, and finally got a corporate job from a business perspective, man, that wasn't for me. But gotcha. You know, I see, you know, my mother, you know, sitting there driving, making a great living. I see my uncles continuously making a great living. My grandfather, I mean, it's like I said, it's just generational, man. And I understand, like, man, I ran from this all these years. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? and I fought through all the struggles of college, and then I look at it for what reason. I went and did all that, still wasn't happy. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And I ran from trucking because, you know, it's just something that was drilled down to us forever. This is something we had to do. You know what I mean? So when I got older, bro, I said, you know what? I'm tired of struggling. Even with a corporate job now, I was still struggling, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You thinking about it, man. I go to school, come out of school with $40,000 for debt. You know what I mean? From a student loan perspective, and you just like, man, come on, bro.
Because that's when we first met, bro. At Wiley.
Yeah, it was at Wiley College, bro.
We drive from Shreveport to Marshall every day. That's right, bro. Yeah, it's been a minute.
It's been a minute, bro. So that's what, you know what I'm saying? When we first met it, man, in real talk, bro. I mean, Wiley gave me a great education. You know what I'm saying? 100%.
Shout out to Wiley College.
Shout out to Wiley College, big time, man. You know, they gave me a hellified education, bro. Mm-hmm. But when you look at the fact that, you know, what it cost me to get out of college, and then I look at the fact that my job, yeah, it's good, but it ain't covering what I really need, especially as a single father, you know what I'm saying, in this world. So I said, man, I'm going back to trucking. I'm going to try it out. I'm going to just go ahead and give it everything I got. Now, this was years ago now. It was about 9-10 years ago, all right. But so I went back in, bro, and I started in an agency, a broker agency. Mm-hmm. I stayed there for, you know, disclaimer, make sure we edit that. I said the name. But anyway, stayed there with a company, man, for about 2 years. They promoted me up to safety manager, where I ran the region from here to Southern California, and from a compliance and safety standpoint. So from there, bro, I just said, you know what, man, what I know people need. And even back then, 9-10 years ago, man, I wasn't about putting a message out unless somebody asked, right? Yeah. I wasn't trying to put it out there because I was always afraid of somebody saying, you know, he think he this or he thinks he that. But it's not that, man. It's just me 100% just saying, like, look, man, this is what I know. This is what I would love to show you. For a long time, bro, I was doing it for free. Yeah. You know, because I just wanted us on, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I wanted us as, you know, just, you know, young brothers, young sisters to really get the game and run with it, you know. But over time, I became discouraged due to, you know, people not seeing the value in what I'm saying. Gotcha. But what's funny about it is when I put value behind what I'm saying, they paid for it. Yeah, they paid for it, and it was crazy. But when I gave it for free, people didn't respect it. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that's why I started, honest to God truth, what I started this business with R8, you know, R8 compliance. You know what I mean? When I started all this, bro, it was 100% to show people what I know and give back. That's what it was about. It wasn't even about me making no money. Yeah, I wanted to have enough money to live right, but it wasn't about me out here just hustling and trying to show everybody, hey, I'm this person. No, it wasn't that, man. It was 100% like, man, look, I'm finna show everybody what I know, and all my friends, right? I'm gonna start there, and then we're gonna get this money together. You know, we're gonna get that understanding together. That's what it was about.
Cause bro, I remember I called like a couple years later. Yeah. Man, I'm trying to get into the trucking industry, bro. What I need to do? You had to give me my DOT number and all. The whole shebang.
The whole shebang, bro. And that's what it was about, man. Like make sure I'm giving back the best way I can. Yeah. You feel what I'm saying? And that's what it's about, man. I'm knowledgeable in this business, and what I don't have an answer for, man, I got a pilot full of numbers, man, that I can call, you know, that's been in the business 40, 50 years. That's gonna put me on game right then, you know.
So let me ask you a question, bro. So with R8 Transportation, what all do you do in your particular company?
So
the whole thing, from trucks to the compliance, the whole thing. We gotta let the people know what you're doing, man. You out here doing big things, bro. We gotta let them know, bro.
Dang, bro. So I hate to let my hand be exposed a little bit, bro. But you know what I'm saying. Hold on, they saying something about this. They want to hear. But what I'm saying is, bro, what R8 Transportation is really about, let me tell you about that company, R8, bro, to be honest with you.
Break it down, man. We got time.
Man, to be honest with you, R8, bro, really the slogan name for R8 is Resilient 8. Mm-hmm. And why I call it Resilient 8, man, is because, bro, I've had, in the business of transportation and logistics, I've had 7 companies. Majority of those comes with people, you know what I'm saying, and they didn't last for, you know, various reasons. I'm gonna say that, right? But when I decided to go back into business again, right, on my own, I didn't need a partner this time. I said I'm gonna go on my own. I'm gonna do this how I know how to do it. And I think that was God's message, man, of saying, bro, go into this and fight through everything you can and be resilient behind it. This is your 8th time. If you look up 8, man, that number resembles success.
Ooh, that's a bar.
I'm just saying, it does. If you look up 8, man, I'm telling you, it resembles success, bro. So the company was Resilient 8, and I said, man, that's it. R8. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm naming the company, R8, man. So then we started off with just general trucking. You know what I mean? Just general trucking. We want to make sure that we may got some trucks on the road, providing jobs for people. Helping out the best way I can.
So we live, baby. Ain't nothing but a thing.
Oh, we live? I'm sorry about that. Oh, they said they can't hear me, man. Can I check right quick?
Yeah,
I check right quick. I'll be right back. Let me grab something else for y'all.
Yeah, we in the building, bro.
Yeah, man, we in the building.
This live, man.
Yeah, we finna get it out there though.
Nothing scripted.
Nothing.
Shout out to our sponsor, man. Red Barn Cajun Crawfish and Seafood.
Straight up, man.
Music Masters.
And y'all got the crawfish in already, huh?
Not yet. We're gonna start in January. By the time this episode come out, Crawfish will be
ready.
rolling.
Bet, I'm ready.
And now you guys watching this video, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, because we giving up a whole bunch of value, man. We are. So we have to let y'all know that, man.
All right, so we back, man. So basically what I was saying, man, it was just giving game, bro. And then when RA came into the picture, my dog, it was more of a situation of how can I put value into others' lives through this company. Yeah, I done fought through the struggles, man. I done. Man,
tell us about some of these struggles that you went through in the trucking industry. Just a couple, because like a lot of people talk about, man, because I even see it on the internet all the time. People want to jump into the trucking industry. They want to get a truck. Right. They want to lease on. They want to, run their whole operation, man. Right. Tell us about some of the struggles that you went through in trucking, and tell us about how can they avoid some of the pitfalls that people normally encounter into being into the trucking industry.
Man, I'm gonna tell you, man. 90% of the trucking companies fail within their first year due to funding. I'm gonna keep it straight. And the thing about it is, man, you start with 20 grand, right? Just you got 20 grand put to the side. That's your nest egg. But then now that 20 grand start coming every month, or that 30,000 start coming every month, and now you don't have a plan. So you got one thing about trucking, bro. It's a lot of cash flow gonna run through your hands. But if you don't have a plan for that cash flow, that money gonna run through your fingers and gonna continue to run down the drain. And then when you look up, you don't have it anymore, and then your truck breaks down, right? Yeah. And now you're looking at a $16,000 repair bill that you can't pay because the money went through your hands and you didn't know. And honestly, 90% of the time, until they look back at their bank statement, they can't tell you where the money went to. Because what it's about, man, honestly. Don't get me wrong. This is a beautiful business. It's a glorious business, and I love every minute. I love every headache, the struggle. It ticks me off sometimes, but I know I'm here for a reason. You know what I mean? And 100%, bro. When you're going through the motions with this trucking business, bro, like I just told you, 90% of those companies fail because of cash flow. They can't manage money. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. I went through that. That's how I know. Hey, I hate to release numbers, but since we raw about it, but I blew through 200 grand in 6 months.
Man, hey,
I'm just saying,
real.
And that's small time change in trucking, bro. But I'm saying I blew through it because I didn't have a plan.
Gotcha.
You feel me? I didn't have a plan. I knew one thing about it, man. I'm making money. It'll come back. That's what you think in your mind. That's what you think. You know what I mean? But at the whole time, you're really sinking yourself further and further into a hole.
Man, that's big, that bro.
That's it.
That's big.
That's it. And you don't see that hole right until you get in it. And now you're trying to climb out of it. But then the thing is, this is what happens in trucking. You have a blowout. Your engine goes out. Your turbo goes down. Your lights stop working. You get a citation. So now all of these factors that are playing a part in dumping dirt on top of your head while you're in that hole is making it 10 times harder for you to climb back to the top. Now, if mind you, if you had saved that money 6 months prior to all these incidents,
you'd be all right.
You'd be all right.
Man, you said that about trucking, but that's like in all entrepreneurship.
Yeah, that is.
Like, man, we be running through money, then be like,
yeah, man, yeah.
But when they get winter time,
bro, ooh, man, telling you, especially, and then speaking about that, when you say when they get in winter time, in our industry, man, if you're not versatile, you know what I mean? Like certain rates, it's another thing, man. See, certain people don't understand certain seasons are peak seasons for each type of equipment.
Gotcha.
People don't know that either.
Break it down, bro. Break it down.
I'm just saying, so, right now we in peak season, for what you would say a dry van and a reefer. Why would I say a dry van and a reefer, right? The dry van and reefers are bringing in your toys, your presents, right? Every store is building up for those sales, your Black Fridays, your Cyber Mondays. They're building up for those sales because they know that's their peak sales of the year. That's when they're going to make the most money in those specific days.
Gotcha.
So those specific types of equipment are used more than a general flatbed, right?
Let's hold on. We gonna
go ahead. I'll go ahead. What you
let's
got?
break down the flatbed freight, break down the reefer freight,
Okay.
break down dry van.
Yeah.
And even talk about the hot shot too. Break it all the way down.
I'll break it all the way down. So
So
the difference, I'll separate hot shot from everything right now, man. The difference with the hot shot and of course the 18-wheel is our weight requirements.
Gotcha.
That's it. That's and even with a hot shot, at a certain weight requirement, you don't even need a CDL. A lot of people don't know that though, right? At a certain weight, you don't need a CDL. You can drive with a Class C, but
Gotcha.
you better not be a pound over that weight requirement and get pulled over.
Gotcha.
You get what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So when you're thinking about reefer trucks, man, that's what brings in a lot of your frozen foods, man. Your yogurts, your frozen vegetables, your meats. Those trucks have to be at a certain degree Celsius, man, just to keep that stuff cool in transition.
Gotcha.
Now, the good thing about a reefer, if y'all got some reefer owners out there, a good thing about a reefer, man, is you can actually, that's a dual use trailer. You can cut the refrigerator off on that thing, man, and run it as a dry van and do everything a dry van can do.
Yeah,
but
2 for 1 action.
2 for 1 action. But a lot of people don't understand this, so they'll go buy a reefer and a dry van and do a trailer swap. I got a guy that I'm coaching along now that's doing that, man. He don't understand it. He's just kind of spinning his wheels. But that's neither here nor there. But when you're looking at a flatbed, bro, that's honestly most of your industrial material, your building material, such as I'll break it down a little bit more. Your pipe, right? Your metal, your rolled metals, your lumbers. What else we got, man? The recycling is big here for us, right?
Gotcha.
So that's your bale paper, all the stuff that we throw away. Flatbed is generally used for those type of shipments because most of those shipments can't go inside of a box trailer.
Gotcha.
Right, so that's generally what flatbed is, man. But all three of those are your most commonly used equipments. Now we have other trailers such as low boys, which gets into your heavy haul and all that kind of stuff. But generally, the most used type of equipment are those three, which are also the most consistent year round.
Gotcha.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but when it comes to peak seasons and all of this stuff, man, people really don't understand peak seasons. We'll be trying to hype up a flatbed contract in December, right? But December is what? Your Christmas.
Christmas time.
Your Christmas. I mean, it's right around Thanksgiving. What's Thanksgiving? Everybody eating. So they bringing in your turkeys off the reefer truck.
So basically, four quarters, basically that peak season.
That peak season starts around about October.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So you just really, and again, a new person jumping in, they wouldn't know, right?
Yeah.
I done been through the whole of the shebang, bro. So it's just the fact that, of course I study data and analytics daily.
Yeah.
I wake up on it, I go to sleep before I go to sleep on it. On the weekends, that's all I do. Even if I'm laying in the truck, if I'm driving, I drive. So if I'm driving, I'm on data analytics. I want to understand what is a hot market, where's the spot market. And I'll break that down too if you don't mind.
Yeah, break it all the way.
Well,
Cause we want to give to somebody who want to jump into the trucking industry and do not know not one thing about it.
All right, cool. So a spot market, man, it's a rate that's dependent on that particular market that you're in. So say I can go to Houston. I use a certain type of commodity. Commodity, what I mean by commodity is a type of item that you're shipping.
Yeah.
All right. So you can go to Houston, run a load of pipe out of Houston, coming into Dallas, for $600, right? You're like, well, man, that's about the same distance from Dallas to Houston, from Houston to Shreveport. But you get a load of pipe coming out of Houston, coming to Shreveport for $475. What's the difference, right? Mm-hmm. Within that specific lane, that spot, that's the going rate at that point in time. Now, spot markets change all the time.
All the time.
So you got to keep up with the data analytics to kind of know out that 7-day to 14-day forecast what's going on.
Yeah.
Feel what I'm saying? You won't know what's going on if you're not really into that data standpoint, man. That's honestly a lot what I talk about to my clients, man. Well, we're on a podcast. I'm not a podcast. I'm sorry, a Zoom call, bro. Mm-hmm. I teach them exactly like how to realize where the freight is going, where the rates are going, and how to be ahead of the game before you get there.
Gotcha. So let me ask you a question. So, how important it is in having a truck, having a dispatcher, and also talk about if you lease on or you gonna go solo dolo. Tell the pros and the cons about both of those.
All right, man. So all right. Boy, this is a good one. So leasing platform, right? From an owner perspective, it's a good perspective. If you want to grow big, you want to grow fast, you're able to manage. A leasing platform is awesome. That's something that I recommend to a lot of people. When it comes to you having a truck and you're leasing to somebody, number one, you want to make sure that person is trustworthy, 100%. You got to make sure the person that you're leasing to has the adequate amount of work to supply everybody that's leased to his company. So that's the thing. We have a lot of people, a lot of owners, fleet owners, or whatever the situation may be. They want to bring in people with 3 to 4 month old MC numbers that don't have a contract to the first to supply work to these people. Right?
Gotcha.
So what happens with this is they generally use load boards to supply work to these people. Now, the problem with that is, I'm going to go over a few things in this platform. What happens with that load board is, number one, on the load board, you have a broker that's a middleman. Okay?
Gotcha.
So generally speaking, they take 18 to 20% off the top of the load. So if you got $1,000 load, $180 to $200 already gone. Already gone. But now you're leased to a carrier, all right? Lord forbid, somebody that knows what they're doing. They probably gonna charge you from 10 to 30%, right?
Man, you already down. Now the thing is, you got 18 to 20% off the top. Now you got another 10 to 30, right? So you well over almost 40 to 50% into the load before you even get it. Man. But then you still have your fuel costs. Yeah. So you have all your operation costs, right? You got a driver in there. Got to pay him.
You got to pay him. Today, or her. Today's time, bro, you looking at, on what they say, the high end, 25 to 30% of the gross of that load. So now the driver's paid, not technically off the top, but the broker takes it first. But off $1,000, knowing you don't even have $1,000 in it, right? Just say if you knew the actual rate. And he took 18 to 20%, $180 to $200, right? So now you're already down, I'm gonna just say $800. But now your driver is 30% into that load. See what I'm saying? Ooh. Then you still got your fuel to come out. Lord forbid you have a blowout. So that rate just decreased to, $300 to $250. And what if you had a 200-mile run for that? He just ran for free.
You made no money.
No money. But the thing is understanding the platform that you're under and getting to somebody who has direct freight. You got to get to understand. Before I started R8, I wanted to analyze. So this is what I did. I took a couple trucks and I leased them to a fella, and I wanted to understand, like, hey man, my first question was, do you have the work? Do you have the assigned contracts that we're not getting hit over the head out the door? I don't need 18 to 20% coming off the top of my rate. Now you charging me 10% of the gross every week. I'm good with that. But if we're using load boards 90% of the time, then this is not a good fit for me. Right? And a lot of people don't understand that, man. It kills your cost. And I ain't even talking about the dispatcher. Because I ain't hit on that shit.
Sure did.
So I'll back up a little bit, bro. If you go into, you got the shipper, you got your broker, then you got your dispatcher, then you got the company that you're leased to, and then it's you. Well, I'm sorry, the driver, and then it's you.
You getting buzzed down by 4 ways before you even touch your money. So that's why I say, man, you want to make sure when you go into a leasing platform, these people, it's okay to get a backhaul. You know what I'm saying? If you get stuck in a hard to find area, you get on the board and you search for, that specific broker that may have, he may have some freight coming out of that area, and you take something that's not necessarily the best rate, but it gets you to the next best thing. Gotcha. That's a different situation. So I think I heard some things called explain the dead zone.
Dead zone, yeah, man. So a dead zone, all right, I'm gonna give you one. Let me think something right now. Florida. Florida's
Really?
Yes, Florida's, and everybody think oranges.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking oranges.
Yeah,
all
you
the
got some
fruit.
oranges. No, so say if I take a flatbed, not take anything honest, but say if I take a flatbed into Florida, I get a rate coming out of, I don't know, I'll use Dallas. I get a rate coming out of Dallas for $3,000. Everybody's like, man, that's on 1,000 miles, man. That's a good rate. Used to be, we are fuel too kind of high now, but man, that's a good rate going to Florida. Not knowing to get out of Florida, you got a deadhead up to Georgia.
Really? So what made Florida? How Florida the dead zone?
Man, it's just when you're looking at it, honestly, it's gonna all boil back to relationships.
Bad. So so Florida like a place that if you don't really know, it's gonna be hard for you to get up out of there.
Get up out of there. And I'm gonna say this though, I have a buddy that's running over 100+ trucks, and his thing is, he has relationships there, but he takes what he can get just to get out of there.
Gotcha.
So Florida has never, and since I've literally been in this thing on my own, man, that state has never been a state you want to go into and praying to come out of.
That's crazy.
It's never been. It never been. That northeast corner, area 0, area 1, it was going to be like your DMV area, your New Yorkshire, Connecticut. So you can go into that area paying good, man. I'm telling you, we haul loads of coils coming out of there for $6,200 going to New York. But if you don't get out of there before the end of the week, you've catching something coming back down $1,000. And I mean, it's just like those brokers up there, man, are like mosquitoes, bro. They suck the rate out of it, and they don't care about what you got going on. But then you got to think about it in that area too. You're looking at all the tolls you have to pay. In a week's time, you'll rack up $50 to $500 to $600 in toll fees.
Just going up there.
Just going up there because it's counted by the axle. So, I mean, you just got to know, like, those dead zones. If you don't know those dead zones and you send your trucks into those dead zones, you don't have any relationships in those dead zones, you're most likely going to deadhead out of there. I've done it. I brought a driver clean out of Connecticut, over into Virginia just to pick up a load of pipe and bring to Houston. And even when I got to Virginia, it was still, the rate was like $2,000. It wasn't paying anything, but it paid for fuel. Yeah,
basically.
So basically, I got him back into the market where I knew that I can make up that deficit.
Gotcha.
So
we talk about the dead zone. Where the hot spots at?
Hot spots, man. It depends on where your equipment is. You know what I mean? I'll just use our area, man. Right now in Houston, flatbed. That's your market. You need to make sure you're there as much as possible, right?
Gotcha.
You need. They're importing and exporting all day long. You can go into Houston, man, with a flatbed trailer going to. If you have the correct insurance requirements now, let me say that. I want to make sure y'all hear that part. The correct insurance requirements, man, and go out there and pick up a container. There's plenty of pipe coming out of Houston. There's plenty of lumber coming out of Houston. Whatever you can think of, that market, that Houston market, literally has it. And honestly, Dallas is actually starting to compete. They have they'll have the manufacturers moving in, bro. Yeah. And they are really shipping out of that place. I guarantee you on the chart, I haven't checked it yet for 2020. I haven't checked that specific statistic, but I guarantee you Dallas is going to be in the top 4 as far as flatbeds, and as far as the U.S.
Man,
Guarantee it, man.
Man, hey, you really getting some game up, bro.
Well, man, I be wanting people to know this, bro.
Yeah.
I want, you got so many people jumping out here, man, and I don't go against anything anybody's trying to do when they're thinking about, hey, man, I want to jump into trucking. I'm like, shit, let's go.
Cause I know you hear that on a daily basis.
Ooh, man, you know what I hear on a daily basis? Oh, how many trucks you got? I was like, man, I got 1 or 2. I just leave it at that. Unless somebody know me, then they bust me down for lying. You know what I mean? But but you know what I'm saying? I got 1 or 2. Ooh, y'all make some money out there. That's the key thing you're going to hear. And that's what I run from.
You run from it?
Yeah, because those people, unless they're willing to learn and understand and hear what you're saying, those are the ones going to backfire on you. Because they're going to get out here and they'll fall flat on their face in 60 to 90 days, and now you to blame. You know what I mean?
Crazy.
You to blame.
90-day turnaround, we got the game.
Man, bro, I'm going to give it to you straight up. I've had a truck I bought. That would have been October of 20. I bought the truck, man, from a truck lot. We got the truck down 59. I don't want to say the truck lot because we still kind of at odds with it right now. But
gotcha.
Got the truck down to 59. Got into Lufkin, pulled over to get gas. The driver pulled out of their store in Lufkin. Truck shut off. We tried to figure out what was wrong. I said, man, is the engine locked up, anything? Motor in the truck not saying anything. He checked the oil. One of my best guys. I know he'll take care of a truck better than I can. He know more about the mechanical portions of it than I do. So he looking around. He said, man, I think this motor locked up. I said, no, man, it can't be, bro.
We just got it.
We just got it. I spent $50,000 cash on that vehicle just to get it a couple miles down the road
and break down.
And you know what they tell me? Well, it was a used vehicle, so it's you got warranties. All right, we got warranties. So we let them, we get into a shop the next day, get them a hotel, we get to the shop the next day. They had patched the truck enough so the oil wouldn't spill out while it's sitting there. But if you drove with that pressure built up, it literally was coming out that seal. And driving, you're not gonna know it's coming out that seal. So when he stopped, he probably seen a puddle. But again, me thinking it's a used truck, I call them tomorrow. Get it to Freightliner. They'll fix it. Send him the bill. When he pulled it off, man, that's probably all the engine had, and it shut off. It was a safety feature that most trucks nowadays have in order not to lock the engine up. But none of that wasn't working right. So he literally locked that engine up right there at the red light.
Man, that's crazy.
And we're past October now.
Yeah, we're December right now.
So I'm still fighting that case a year later. But just think if there was somebody, man, that just started out. And honestly, I didn't have the credit, right? So I had to make sure that, my cash flow was there and I stashed enough away to be able to try to build my company because I didn't have the credit.
Yeah.
And which I do not recommend. All right, you need some credit in this business.
Oh yeah.
You got to have it.
Gotta have it
because you'll go broke quick. So
because I remember when truckers, the insurance crazy.
Oh man, that's a whole nother
especially
deal.
if you have a new DOT, new MC and all that. You have
no experience, right? And then if you have experience, you have a lot of people now that's just going to get a CDL, having to go buy a truck, and I'm gonna get my own company. There are companies that will insure you, but you'll spend $45,000 a month in insurance.
$45,000?
$4,000 to $5,000.
Oh, $4,000 to $5,000. Oh yeah.
$4,000 to $5,000 a month. That's still expensive, man.
That's expensive.
It's very expensive. When your fuel bill will probably average, depending on how you're running, $9,000 a month. What if your truck ain't doing but $20,000 a month? You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So you got to look at all those factors that play a key part, man, in operating this company. I tell people all the time, they say, well, what do you think I should do? I just got my CDL. I done bought me a truck. I said, this is what I'm going to tell you to do. And I hate to tell you this. Mm-hmm. But being that you do have a CDL, number one, now they're going to count your safety rating with your CDL. With your CDL, you have the lack of experience, which is number one, even though you could have a driver with 30 years experience. Because you're the owner and you have a CDL, they have to now count that CDL into your insurance rating, which ultimately makes your insurance rate shoot through the roof. Because now they're looking at it as, okay, if he doesn't have the experience to operate a company, how can he successfully operate a safety program to keep you and me safe on the road and not cost them a lawsuit months down the road?
Gotcha.
The safety factor plays a huge part in it, man, and a lot of people don't understand.
Because you be seeing, you drive down I-20, you be seeing them big billboards, 18-wheeler accidents.
Oh, yeah,
People
man.
be trying to stick it to the 18-wheelers.
Oh, and you're going to end up paying regardless. It's very seldom a trucking company will win a lawsuit. Very seldom.
Really?
Oh, it's very seldom, man. Look up the statistics, bro. We're in the business. We make jokes a lot. Some buddies and I, we're at the truck stops talking. We say, we're in the business to get robbed, But at the end of the day, it's the truth. You switch your lane, right? You got a person. We have what we call blind spots in our trucks. Well, we can't see you, especially if you're in a small car that's low to the ground. You're on my passenger side, riding right beside my door. If I don't have hood mirrors, right, I can't see you, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm sitting there with my flashers on for 3 miles, straight down the road, and you probably can see my clearance light blinking, because every truck's gonna have clearance lights on the side to alert the car next to you
that you're getting over,
and you can see that, but we can't see you. So while you sitting there riding, you got people out here that literally does it every day. he come over on me, man. We finna get paid.
That's crazy.
Moral of the story, that's the truth. When he gave you an ample amount of time to say, look, I'm getting over. Get back. Go past me.
Do something.
Do something.
But I'm coming over.
But I'm coming over. And when you come over, man, boom, there it is. You know, some people sell out of court. Some try to hit you for millions. Just the way the business go, man. And that's what all those billboards you looking at, that's what they're about.
Man, that's crazy.
They want the bag, and they know it's easy to get. That's why Louisiana is so hard to get insured with new experience, or it's so expensive, because you don't have many writing insurance here anymore. Everybody's bailing out of Louisiana, all right? Yeah, I'll never open up another company in Louisiana. I'm gonna give it to you straight facts. Louisiana, man, listen, you know, your Lord blessed me to grow as big as I dream.
Yeah.
Louisiana won't see it. I swear.
Bruh. Man, that's crazy, bro.
Louisiana won't see it.
Man, why Louisiana?
Man, they killing us, man. They killing us. They killing us, bro.
That way everybody running to Texas and everywhere.
They do. You know, but Texas has a few more requirements, but Texas is a business-friendly state.
Yeah. Texas about their money. Texas about their money.
Hey, they gonna get it regardless. Yeah. They gonna get it regardless. And man, when I moved my company to Texas, man, that was the best decision I've ever made in business. You know, I make a lot of dumb decisions, you know, just trying to learn from mistakes. But
it just be a lesson. They ain't gonna be dumb. We just say,
okay, I'll say I get it. Yeah, it's a lesson. But I established my residency out there, and I'm back and forth or whatever. But because I still have companies here, but it was the best decision I ever made, man. Literally.
Yeah. So, for anybody who new in the game, if you can tell them a couple gems, couple things that helped them on their journey into the trucking industry, whether they having the truck, whether they doing dispatching, whatever they choose to do, what are some key things that you want to tell them so they can be successful?
You know, Breeze, that's a good question, man. 100%. But you know, I'm gonna be honest with you. Read. Bro, we're in the 21st century. And everything that I'm gonna tell, and I ain't gonna say everything because I don't want this to get misconstrued. But what I'm gonna tell you, initially, you can read it.
Yeah.
Now, you may not know what it means, but you can read it.
Yeah.
And once you read it, right, and then you meet somebody like me, or somebody who's more successful than I am, or somebody who's went through the failures, you can interpret what they're saying because you already had the context.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying?
Got you.
So what I would tell anybody who's new to this business, man, that'd be the first thing.
Read.
That's it. Research it.
Google.com.
Man, listen. Man, boy, they always talking about you get a weight ticket. You get a okay, Google. Why do people get overweight citations in trucks?
Gotcha.
Then they'll tell you your axle limits. That's the problem. You can't be over a certain weight on your steer tires, which is your front axle, by the way. You can't be over a certain weight here. You can't be over a certain weight on each axle, even your trailer. But if you Google it, man, Google is a powerful tool. I love Google.
Yeah.
I love Google.
You can learn anything on Google. And
then you get you a mentor in the business, and they save you thousands from making mistakes.
Man, having a coach, that's big. You need a coach. Experience, you can't teach experience. You can't teach experience, man. Especially from somebody who has literally had those lessons. Like you said, lessons. Somebody who's really legitimately had those lessons, bro. Mm-hmm. You can't teach that. Yeah.
You know, I think back on I ran the safety and compliance operation for a pretty large company, right? But their safety program was so intact, we merely ever had serious accidents, fender benders, you know, maybe bump into another truck at a truck stop. But I never encountered accidents until I had my own company.
Man.
Right?
What was go through one of those experiences when y'all had an accident with R8.
Man,
and you was like,
to really address that, man, bro. It was, bro. That was, matter of fact, that was back September. That was September, yeah. Like
September 2021?
2020.
2020? Okay.
Yeah. And honestly, bro, you know, it was just horrific, bro. The first guy, he had a load loss. What that means is, generally he don't do what he's supposed to do to protect the load, or it falls off a trailer or something like that. But what happened with this specific situation, we're carrying a load of coil, okay? Carrying a load of coil into Dallas. We got it right from a place right here in Shreveport that we haul out of all the time. And we're going to Dallas with it. Now, with this load of coil, it's aluminum, so you have to tarp it, you have to cover it. It can't get wet. And this is some of the things that you have to trust these guys with, right? This is your business, your name, the way you feed your family and everything. So you're trusting them every day they crank the truck up. And he decided, man, I'm not getting up there tarping that today. I'm tired. I ain't got time for that, right? He gets to, it's not raining in Shreveport.
Get to Dallas.
He gets to Dallas.
Pouring down.
And it falls off the sky. Now you got,
make me want to cuss.
Man, you got 4 smaller cars sitting on the truck. That load loss ended up being a little over $30,000. And I said, well, man, God, I knew it's coming. Luckily we got insurance.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Then you double back.
So what'd you do with the driver?
Well, what my safety program is, we have a week long investigation.
Gotcha.
All right, we want to understand what happened while you were here to the time that, just say it got wet to the time you got to the shipper. What was the deal?
Gotcha.
Right, and then from there, my admin will contact the shipper to verify, get pictures, of what they have, the reason why they reject the shipment, and then we'll bring that back to the driver.
Gotcha.
And
handle it from there.
Yeah, and no matter how busy or wherever in America I am, like, we talking. You get what I'm saying? Because when you become part of this company, bro, we have specific documentation that you sign. So, and we go over it word for word, verbatim with you, so like, look, man, this is what we expect. And then I got a sheet for a driver, bro. It's, what are your expectations? What is your income that you look to make? What's your motivation? Like, all those questions, because I want to know his expectations, just like I'm setting. So it's a two-way street with me. We working together. You ain't working for me.
Exactly.
Right?
We partners.
We partners at the end of the day, regardless of how the pyramid may look. You my partner at the end of the day, and I'm trusting you with our business.
Yep.
That when you're in that truck, that has nothing to do with me. That's your business. That's how you paid.
Yep.
At the end of the day. So when you're in that situation, man, and now I'm like, man, I bring him back and I'm like, okay, bro, what are we doing? What do you think should happen in this picture? Well, man, I didn't think it was gonna rain. I said, but what does the policy state?
Yeah. What does the policy say, man?
And that's another thing. A lot of companies starting out don't have that.
You gotta have those, and you gotta have that.
They don't have that, man. And a lot of times it falls back on them at the end of the day. Those drivers, they can say and do what they want, and you're at fault for it all day long, because he should have had the understanding from the jump.
A lot of people don't understand it being an owner. At the end of the day, you have employees, but it don't matter. Anything can go wrong.
Anything can go wrong.
It falls on you. People don't understand that part.
It falls on you, man.
Employees be like, man, I don't feel like doing it. I ain't tripping.
Exactly.
But it fall back on us.
100%.
Every time.
Every time. Because you could have 100 employees, bro, but that one big mistake that employee made, it's your fault.
Your fault.
And when you go back to look at your paperwork to see, what did I have this interpreted with them? Did we talk about this?
And then the crazy part is they did that and still want their paycheck. They still want their paycheck, man.
Bro, and they got it.
And we gonna still pay you now.
We still gonna pay you,
but,
yeah. We don't want the
now
issues.
You gotta see on the other side of it.
But yeah.
You messed it up.
We don't want the issues.
You don't want to take fault for it.
No.
But you still want to be paid on time.
Facts. And you better pay them. Because social media is a heck of a tool.
Yeah, a gift and a curse.
Gift and a curse. Because one thing about social media, man, it's gonna definitely make you seem as if you're not as credible. I'm gonna just say that you're not. From a positive standpoint.
Yeah.
So you're looking at all that stuff, man, and just like, man, I'm not this person, but that person is gonna make sure he puts that perception out there. That's who you are. Man. Not saying exactly what I done been through it.
Yeah.
Man, and a lot of times, bro, just us being, like you said, young,
black. I'm gonna say it. It's the podcast. We can say we want to say on Think the Freedom Podcast.
Bet, man.
We own this podcast, so we can say what we want to say.
For sure. So being young, black, it's tough. It's tough, man, because you got guys that's working with you, and I tell anybody, man, you don't work for me, man.
Yeah.
We working together, bro.
Exactly.
At the end of the day, because as the company, you know, I never say me because it is no I in team. When as the company grow, so do you.
Yeah.
You know, I want to use this company as an advocate, not just to keep guys for 20 and 30 years, but for you to learn, you know, what I know, and then for my mentors to teach you what they know, so you can go out and create your own art.
Yeah.
You can go out and create your own infinity. You know what I mean? That's another company, by the way. I'm partnered in with a guy. That's a good buddy of mine, man.
You
out in San Antonio.
Yeah.
But I said that on a live podcast, man. I ain't never told nobody that.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's good. So, you know, you can go out there and have your own companies, bro, and really do your thing. It's like a haven to breed entrepreneurship through trucking.
Yeah.
But us being us and that crawfish in a bucket mentality, it makes it hard for you to even get that understanding.
Yep. I think, like, with that, we just got to be the forerunners of that. You know what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
Because, like, you know, we have people we have OGs, however you want to call them.
Right.
But I keep it all the way 1,000. Everybody don't be riding like that. I'm gonna keep it 1,000.
You're gonna have to. And at the end of the day, man, regardless of how a person chooses to do within your situation, you still gotta be that person to keep it 1,000. You can't change it. You can't change your facial features. You can't raise your voice. You can't be that person that they want you to be. At the end of the day, you gotta take it to a chin and keep walking.
Yep.
Kind of back in the day, like when you walk into another hood in Shreveport, man, know you ain't supposed to be over there. Like you knew you weren't supposed to be over there, right? And nothing you could do about it. Take it to the chin and keep walking.
Yeah.
Same way in the business, bro. It's just the way it is.
Yeah. You gotta survive.
You gotta survive. And you're gonna have more that's gonna try to tear you down than the ones that are gonna try to support you.
Yeah.
That's what I've gone through.
Yep.
Yeah, that's my adversity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we embrace who love us. That's
do.
who take us to the top. What is meant for us is for us.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I definitely tell people that all the time. What's meant for you, it's for you. You can't worry about what nobody else talks about. Because half of the time, people who talking, they don't come support you no way. So we don't worry about you.
We ain't gonna worry about that. Nah, we ain't gonna worry about that.
And then the beautiful thing about that, you don't have to deal with like the people. You just got to deal with the people that's in different brokers, different companies, and all that type of stuff. So
yeah. I really don't deal with. I used to deal with like a lot of that day-to-day communication stuff, man. Like I really get involved now. Like when say like a driver or something having an issue, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I like for anybody that works with me, man, and make sure they can contact me.
Driver your best friend.
Oh yeah, like man, bro, you got a problem? Call me. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these people that we ship with in either one of the companies, shoot, I probably got a personal relationship with somebody in there. You know what I'm saying? So like, just let me know what's going on. So I try to make sure those guys got my personal number as well, man, because like I never want them to feel like I done got too big to where, you feel what I'm saying? Like I can't talk to you, bro. I'm no what they call it, knee high to a peach or whatever it is.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about, but I don't know the exact word.
The terminology, whatever it is, man. But I'm never like that, man. I failed more times than I succeeded. And I'm humble about it.
Yeah.
And I'm happy about every moment that I was given to fail.
Yeah. Because it taught you something.
Because it taught me something.
Yeah.
Facts.
Because it only take one time.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? You can fall 7 times. But that 8th time you can hit and hit big.
Hit big and run with it.
Yeah, and never look back. That's how I look at it, man. You never look back.
That's facts, man.
Jamar, bro. Yeah. I definitely appreciate you coming through.
Man, that's facts, man.
Let people know. All right, for people who want to get into the trucking industry, looking for a coach, looking for a mentor.
Right. Facts.
I know you have those particular services. Let people know how they can get in touch with you. We also gonna leave the information in the description below on how they reach you. But tell the people how they can reach you on social media, email, website, the whole shebang, on how they can get in touch with Jamar West if they want to get in the truck.
Honestly, man, how you get in touch with me, bro? To be real with you, you can hit my email jwest@rollin8transport.com. And if I'm not there, man, go to info@rollin8transport.com. And then from there, whoever's on the other side of that email will definitely set you a what we call a consultation. And I have a team of consultants, man, a team of people that can really show you the way, whether it's dispatching, brokering, whatever you're looking to learn, man. Even if you want to get into like this, like I said, from a supply chain standpoint, I have his friends right here in Shreveport that people don't know that's really killing it in the game right now, and they're young. And then the thing is, it can really impact a lot of us. Also, check out my new IG. My new IG is Truck Profit. It's TruckProfit. Truck Profit. So make sure y'all hit me out.
Oh, that's new.
Yeah, it's new. It's new.
Oh, that's
yeah,
new.
man. Hey, shout out to Creative Jeans, Yolanda over Creative Jeans, man. You know, she's my marketing person, man, and she's all about just rebranding.
Yeah.
You know, we did
I like that.
Yeah, man.
Truck Profit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Boy, you crazy, man.
I like that.
You crazy, bro.
Yeah.
The Truck Profit, bro. You know what I'm saying? So we're just rebranding everything, bro. We're finna really put out some major content over the next course of the next 6 months.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Hey, that's big major, man, bro.
Man, yeah, man.
I appreciate you for coming through, man.
Oh,
on
man,
the podcast, dropping gems. A lot of people need to hear this.
Man, yeah.
It's
bro.
always a pleasure, young men coming together.
Yeah, bro.
Speaking that talk.
Yeah, bro.
Talking that talk.
Yeah.
And we ain't just talking about it, we really being about it.
Yeah,
too.
we really been about it. We doing it.
It ain't no fluff over here.
Nah, we really doing
Anybody who come through the Think the Freedom podcast is real and authentic.
Authentic, dog.
Yeah,
authentic.
Nothing fake. Nothing fake, man.
Straight up,
With that
man.
social media, a lot of people be doing a lot of capping.
It's a lot of capping, man.
A lot of capping.
And they're capitalizing off of it.
I like that drop. I like that drop.
Yeah, man. And they capitalizing off of it, bro. They really are. They capitalizing off a cap.
Whew.
That's bad, ain't
And
it,
then
bro?
when people get into it with them, like get into the business, whatever they do with them, they be like, man, I feel like I got scammed. You didn't do your research on.
You do your research, and there's so many people, man. But you know what? We are creatures of habit, but we're creatures of what we see as well. So if we see something living a big life, or giving that projection, then that's what we flock to.
Yep.
Not knowing the guy right around the corner that doesn't have that presence, that's not popular.
Yeah.
That's probably really out there, got that knowledge and really could put you in place
And get into it. Most cats who get into it, they want to be low key.
Yeah, man.
They don't want everybody to know.
Facts, man. Facts. Like I said, if it wasn't up to my team, bro, I wouldn't be out here. If you ask me, I'd say, yeah, man, well, meet me over here. I'll show you this. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, bro, I wouldn't be.
Jamar real with it, y'all. I called bro, said, bro, I need a DOT, I need an MC.
Yeah, man.
I'm getting into the game.
And I'm always going to answer the phone.
Every time.
Whether
you on the road or whatever.
It don't matter. I'm answering that thing. And that's you know what I'm saying, bro. I think a lot of us get away from that perspective of our lives, though, bro.
Yeah. I tell people all the time,
Yeah.
I said on the last podcast, relationships bigger than money.
Big time.
We can always get money.
Man, it'll put you in the room money can't. Every time.
Yeah.
Every time, bro. It'll put you in a room that, hey, man, I'm write a $5,000 check to get in there. Who do you know?
Yeah. I'm going on wax right now. I'm going to let people know. Ricky Rose. Bossed Up Conference. I'm going to be there September 17, 18, 19. I'm speaking it to his existence. They got to pick you.
Yeah.
But I'm going Rose. Rose, when you hear this episode, bro, I spoke it.
You spoke it. You're going to be there.
I'm going to be there.
And that's major. That's major for real, dude.
Yeah, I got to tell her, man. We going 2022.
Yeah.
Yeah, we changing the forecast.
Yeah, man. That dude a marketing guru, bro. He crazy with it.
Yeah, I rock with Ricky Rose.
Me too, man. Who else would think bring thighs into a wing spot?
Man.
And Rose, it worked.
Rose.
Yeah, because I sure had me about 2 or 3 plays last week. Yeah. So, yeah, man.
It's a few cats I love out there, man. I just had to shout out Ricky Rose for the first one.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? But we thank you guys for checking out the Think the Freedom podcast, man. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel. Leave us some comments below, man. Let us know what you like, what you don't like, what we need to add to the channel.
Facts.
And, man, we going to keep it rocking, man. Shout out to our sponsors, Red Barn.
Facts.
R8 Transportation.
Facts.
Music Masters.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what we doing. Until next time, we going to see y'all when we see you.
See you.
You dig.